She was only 16, but her body didn't belong to her anymore. Every time she saw a man, any man, her legs weakened, her breath trembled, and something dark dragged her into the bush. People called her possessed, a disgrace. Even her own mother gave up on her. She searched for answers everywhere, churches, shrines, mountains. Nothing worked. Until one day, she entered a room no one dared to open, and what she found inside changed everything. In a small town where secrets live behind locked doors, and shame is served with every stare, a girl's body became her own curse. Her name was Prescious. She was beautiful, skin as smooth as freshly pounded yam, hips like waves flowing through the river Niger, eyes that drew even the most righteous men into temptation. But Prescious had a problem, a deep, tormenting urge, one she could not silence, one that possessed her like a spirit. The moment a young man came close, her body would betray her. Her hands would tremble, her breath would grow wild, her eyes would darken. Before she knew it, she'd drag him into the bush or toilet around, offer herself like a sacrifice, then return, broken, ashamed, and full of tears. Her mother cried every night. She had taken Prescious to every corner of the earth that promised deliverance, to priests, to herbalists, to prayer mountains. She had poured holy oil in her bath, even mixed it in her food, but nothing changed. Prescious remained a mystery, a shame in her mother's eyes, and a tale on every villager's lips. Prescious? Again? In the boys' toilet this time? The teacher's voice thundered. The whole classroom watched. In silence, whispers like knives cut through the air. She's disgusting! No self-control! Always after boys! You are hereby suspended. Go home. At home, Mrs. Rose stood at the doorway, arms tightly folded, her face blank like stone. You've been suspended again, Prescious? She asked, voice cold. Mama, I don't know what's wrong with me. I swear I didn't mean... Shut your mouth, she snapped. Just shut it. Her voice rose like fire. Have I not fasted, prayed, dragged you to every prophet and prayer house? What else have I not done for you? She stepped forward, eyes sharp. 7 schools, Prescious, 7 in 1 year, and this last one, I begged them to let you sit for exams, and now this? Prescious dropped to her knees. Mama, please, I'm tired too. I need help. I'm not doing it on purpose. Mrs. Rose turned her face away. Then go and find the help you need, but leave me out of it. I'm tired. Don't let me die before my time. Biko. She stormed out of the house and ran, straight to Mama Ngozi's house. Mama Ngozi, the warm-hearted auntie who always welcomed her. She hugged Prescious. Oh, my dear, don't worry. People talk. Let them talk. Soon everything will be fine, Auntie Ngozi would always say. But behind that softness, something felt off. Her cousin Ngozi, her age-mate, beautiful and brilliant, looked at her like a stain. So they suspended you again? Prescious, this your Wahala Day tire person. Ngozi, Auntie Ngozi scolded. Sorry nah, Ngozi muttered with a smirk. Prescious felt out of place, but at least she wasn't alone. The next day, Prescious was heading to the market. That's when she saw him, Eke, the madman of the town, dirty, drunk, always talking to himself. But her body began to tremble, her breath quickened, her legs weakened, her lips said no, but her body, it dragged her to him. They entered the bush, and when it was over, she felt that same cursed relief, that terrible release that haunted her every time. Then, voices, women, traders, students, they had seen her. So it's now madmen too? This girl not public property. Tu fiakwa? Prescious couldn't breathe. She ran. She didn't know where. Her tears blinded her until the trees swallowed her. Deeper into the thick forest, the world grew quiet. Then she saw her, an old woman, bent under the weight of firewood. Without thinking, Prescious called out, Mama, let me help you. The woman nodded. Not a word. Prescious carried the firewood to her hut. She turned to leave and found herself at the riverside, where she sat, crying into the night. Then a soft voice behind her. Come, my daughter. She was the same old woman Prescious helped a while ago, Prescious followed her back to her hut. A lamp burned in the center. The air smelled of herbs and secrets. "Speak, girl. What torments you?" Prescious told her everything. How her body wasn't her own, how her urges swallowed her, how people mocked her, how her mother had given up. The woman nodded slowly, then handed her a bundle of leaves tied with black string. "Boil this, drink it once a day, and bathe with it for 3 days. Then go back to your town. Ask your mother to follow you to every house and buy every dog she sees. Anyone who refuses to sell is the hand behind your suffering." She did not understand the meaning of the woman's words, but on the 3rd day, she washed her face with the last of the herbal water. Her body felt lighter, but her spirit was heavy. The old woman's voice still echoed in her head. "Buy every dog from every house, but the one who refuses is the one who chained your soul." And so, she returned home. When she told her mother everything, the herbs, the journey, the instruction, her mother looked at her with disbelief. "Prescious, you're still chasing madness? Mama, please, I'm begging you, just follow me. Let's ask, have I not done enough for you? Do you want to ruin me completely? I will not go from house to house embarrassing myself because of your shame." And just like that, the last thread of hope broke in Precious's hands. She ran to Auntie Ngozi again. Her auntie wiped her tears and nodded. "I'll go with you, my child. Maybe this is the solution we've been waiting for." Ngozi rolled her eyes. "You're dragging my mother into this madness now? How can a girl like you be cursed? Maybe you like what you're doing. Ngozi!" Mama Ngozi snapped. She hugged Prescious close, but Prescious noticed something in her cousin's face, something that didn't match her words. Day 1. They went from house to house, knocking on doors, offering money, and buying dogs. Day 2. People were curious and asked questions, but still sold their dogs without much trouble. Day 3. Prescious was tired. Her feet were sore and her spirit was weak. She sat under a mango tree beside Mama Ngozi. "I'm tired, Auntie. Maybe all of this is just a waste of time," she said. Mama Ngozi looked at her and replied, "No, my daughter, we still have hope. Let's hold on." Just then, a rough voice spoke from behind them. "You're buying dogs everywhere," the man mumbled. They turned. It was Ease, the town drunk. "You're going around buying people's dogs, but have you checked your own mother's? Isn't the one she's tied up in her storeroom locked up tight enough?" He laughed, spat on the ground, and walked away unbothered. Prescious froze. "Auntie, my mother doesn't have a dog." But Mama Ngozi's face went pale. "You're sure she never—" "She told me that room is for storing food stuff. She never lets me near it." Something snapped inside Prescious. Prescious hastily ran home. Her mother was out. Prescious crept into the hallway. She took the spare key. The storeroom door creaked open. It smelled of kerosene, mildew, and something older. She pushed past old bags of rice and saw it. A wooden locker, locked with 2 rusty padlocks. Her hands trembled. She picked a stone and broke them. The lid opened with a groan. Inside lay a dying dog, eyes sunken, skin pale. Around its neck, a red waist bead, a baby picture, her baby picture, a small comb with her name carved in it, and a necklace, "My Daddy's Girl," written in cheap plastic. Her legs gave way. Her body started trembling. As she shouted and fell to the ground, then the villagers gathered, and then her mother arrived. Her mother burst in. She saw the open box and screamed, "No! Why did you open it?" She collapsed, her wrapper half loose. "It was supposed to help you. I didn't mean to curse you." "Then why, Mama? Why did you do this to me?" Her voice broke, her soul shattered. Her mother wailed like a woman in labor. 18 years ago, Mama Rose discovered she was pregnant. When she went for a scan and found out it was a girl, her heart sank. Her husband, Mazi Chima, had always wanted a boy as his first child. He made it clear, even before the pregnancy, that a boy was all he cared about. So when Mama Rose found out she was carrying a girl, she panicked. She tried everything to change the baby's gender. She drank bitter roots, boiled herbs, even tried to force a miscarriage. But nothing worked. The baby, Prescious, survived. When she was born, her father never touched her, never smiled at her, never called her name. He acted like she didn't exist. That rejection pushed Mama Rose into desperation. She went to a native seer who gave her a charm, something to make her baby lovable to her father. It was meant to be used once, just a drop. But Mama Rose, in her panic, used too much. She added it to the baby's bathwater. She rubbed it on her skin, she even mixed it into her food. 1 week later, Mazi Chima walked out and never returned. The charm never had time to work. Instead, it turned against the child. Years passed. Prescious was growing, but the curse was growing with her. By the time she turned 14, Mama Rose knew this was no ordinary behavior. The signs were too dark, too wild. She returned to the seer, the same woman who gave her the charm years ago. The old woman looked at her, silent at first. Then she sighed deeply and said, "What you did cannot be undone. You overdosed the charm meant to make your daughter lovable. Now it lives in her blood, in her bones, in her body." Mama Rose fell to her knees. "Please, anything, help me save her." The seer replied, "She will never be free unless the full truth is spoken. But if you tell the truth, you will die." Mama Rose shook her head, terrified. "Then what can I do to at least keep this secret for life?" The seer stood and walked into a back room. When she returned, she held a black clay bowl, a rope made from cowhide, and a small carved effigy. "Take something that belongs to your daughter, something that carries her essence, her hair, her waist beads, her picture. Bind it to a living dog. Lock the dog away, somewhere no one will find it. That is the only thing keeping her alive now. If the binding is broken, the curse will reveal itself, and the truth will come out with fire." Mama Rose did as she was told. She took her daughter's hair, her old waist beads, and a photo of her smiling at age 5. She tied them around the neck of a black dog. She locked the dog inside a wooden crate. She hid the crate deep in the old storeroom and placed a padlock on the door. To anyone who asked, she would say, "That room? I store expensive food there. Don't go in." And just like that, a mother's fear became a coffin of secrets. It cursed her daughter with an uncontrollable urge she could never explain or fight. Mama Rose knew. She always knew. But the seer warned her, "If you ever speak the truth, the charm will take your life." And now, she had spoken it. People begin to weep. "You cursed your own daughter?" someone whispers. Thunder roared. Wind howled through the broken windows. Mama Rose gasped once, twice, and fell, lifeless. Mama Ngozi rushed in. She held Prescious close. "It wasn't you, my daughter. It was never you." Prescious wept, not just for her pain, but for the truth too long buried. And just like that, a mother's fear became her daughter's curse. But tell me, if you were in Mama Rose's shoes, what would you have done? Was it love or selfishness? Was it protection or destruction? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk, let's feel, let's learn. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Because the next story, it's packed with twists, emotions, and truth that cuts deep. You won't want to miss it. This is Tales by Eco, where every story leaves a scar or a lesson. See you in the next one.